What's up guys, Orange Bull here, and welcome to potentially the finale of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, we have definitely been in a really crazy journey throughout the last couple of videos. We've done multiple different kinds of endings, whether it be on our own or with the reassurance bucket. Some of them were pretty humorous, some of them were kind of depressing, but a lot of them, and I think you guys can agree with me on this one, but a lot of them were pretty crazy. That's the power, though, of the Stanley Parable. Like, they can go into many different directions that nobody would ever be able to expect. Now, as a bit of a quick recap from the last video, if you guys don't remember, we went through the last two remaining endings that I could think of what this game has to offer. One of them involved us, like, unplugging the phone that would normally lead us to the apartment ending, and one version had us making the narrator realize that, like, we are not Stanley, but we are actually a real person playing through the game the whole time, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened with that. There was also the bucket version of it, where apparently we didn't really get the whole joke that the narrator was trying to tell, involving apparently Stanley always following what the bucket had to say every time. It's really crazy, and I think there was even, like, some endings, like, involving, like, a museum, I think? Well, I'm gonna leave it at that, so, if you guys haven't checked out that last video up, make sure to do so whenever you get a chance. But it is finally time to wrap things up. I think there's really not too much left to do here. I think, like, I have to collect, like, the last Stanley figurine, and then who knows what's going to be happening after that. It's going to be a complete mystery. Some of you guys probably know, but for me, I am completely oblivious as to what's going to happen. So, yeah, let's jump right into this. Okay, so before we officially collect the last figurine, I do have two quick things I want to bring up. First of all, I did mention, like, during the bucket quiz, like, a video, that I was gonna, like, eventually go back and see if there's any changes, if you get all the correct answers to it. And, well, I actually ended up just looking online to see if, like, if it would be worth my time going through, and apparently really nothing changes. I mean, sure, you get the answers correct, and the narrator will compliment you for, you know, not, you know, confusing yourself for, like, what's the bucket and what's not a bucket, but nothing really changes. It's pretty much, like, just the same ending. But yeah, so, there's that. Second, for those of you guys who don't know, there is actually a mobile version of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which is really cool, but unfortunately it's only really available for iOS devices right now, and I'm not really sure if the developers behind this game is ever really going to be releasing a Android device, so unfortunately can't really download that version of the game anytime soon. But I found out there is actually an exclusive ending for it. You guys can obviously look it up for yourselves, but it's actually pretty funny. It's basically, like, you know, the in-app purchase, like, for buying the full game. I'm not really going to give away too much as to what happens for that, but it's really funny, so go check it out. So anyway, I have been seeing this for the last couple of videos, and I think I speak for all when I say that I have been dying to get this last figure. The only reason why I didn't grab it until now is because I kind of wanted to experience everything else, because if I'm assuming correctly, I think collecting this figure kind of leads to something bigger. Like, maybe its own ending, but I think something bigger than what we don't know yet. So, let's finally pick up this last figure, and hope to God I don't fall off the platform in the process.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
Oh, no.
Instead, I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay, so I probably could have done this the whole time, but, like, I thought there was, like, an ending that you get, like, for getting all the figures. Am I going crazy? Like, or is there something more to this? I guess maybe I should just restart then. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, seems pretty normal so far. Although we're not... What the hell is this?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Same for me,
Wasn't
too.
it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Oh, yeah, it totally
Yes, I
did.
know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh,
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, one last visit to the memory zone would be great. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Is the memory zone just going to be all centered around just the figurines that we just found? Is that what's going to be happening here? Oh, this is definitely new. Oh.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure,
Very
it said
true.
6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Can I pick it up? Wait. It just updated to 7 out of 6. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or are they doing this on purpose. Oh, the executive bathroom.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6.
Thanks
but
for
you
that.
continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
I don't remember if I was thinking that there was a figure in here. I think I just decided to just go in to see if there was anything new that changes with the executive bathroom, and then here this was, right here. Okay, now it's updated to 8. Oh.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Ooh. Really making me having to think back a little bit here. I don't think it was the boss's office. Or wait, maybe it was. Wait, no, I think it was the boss's office. I don't remember going under the stairs thinking for the third one. Am I correct? I'm correct, right?
Hey, that's exactly right.
I thought
it was
so.
Here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
I'm actually a little bit surprised I was even able to remember at all where the third one is. Knowing my memory of how easily I can tend to forget certain things, I'm just surprised I actually did remember what that third figure
Let's
was.
see, what came next?
What?
Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room.
Pink
Oh,
room?
well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, it didn't. Do you guys remember there being a point where we found one of the figurines in a pink room with a giant apple statue? Because I certainly didn't. I must say, though, I do actually kind of like the music that plays for this. Alright, so what's going to come next, though? Oh, yeah, the
This
red and
was
blue
the
door.
5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly.
Oh,
In
who
fact,
wouldn't?
because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh.
Enjoy.
Okay. Oh. Oh my god. It's like one of those old Windows video editor formatted videos. I don't remember what it was called, but oh my god. This kind of takes me back a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. You found it near the red and blue doors. We certainly thanks for watching. Credits directed by the narrator. Everything is just the narrator. Oh, starring Stanley, though. That's different.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
You definitely spent a lot of time crafting that video together, that's for sure. Oh, man. Yeah, this game just continues to really be amazing with its humor. Alright, so where to next? I'm guessing over here? Whoa, trippy.
And then, Stanley, we came to the last collectible, the final figurine.
Yep.
Right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Well, I gotta say, everything was mostly accurate up to this point, except for that apple room, though. Like, what was that? But yeah, obviously this would be the most, like, up-to-date memory for the figures, because this is the one we literally just found. So, obviously, this is the one to be the most accurate. Oh. Hello there. Are we doing another Matrix moment here? Because this is the vibe I'm getting off with this.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment.
Whoa.
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction.
Again?
See how that feels.
Alright. I don't really know what else there is to see.
Okay, yes. This spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of
Oh,
all the
remember
figurines
this.
we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay. So we're going backwards now. I have a feeling that the narrator is going to be too much in the past with his mind.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh, we all remember the video. We're playing it again in super speed.
Yes, I love that video.
Please don't tell me you're gonna be going too nostalgic, narrator. Like, please don't.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
I won't deny it, though. Despite this being not accurate whatsoever, it is a really nice looking room. I mean, you guys agree with me, right?
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Wait, what happens if you go this way? I'm curious. Oh. Nothing? I'm assuming there would have been dialogue here if I actually would have chose wrong, but I was expecting there to be something to show up. Yes, right back in
this
here.
This is our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Like, okay, I don't mean to go a little bit personal here, but like, I'm someone, as you can call, a very nostalgic person. There's a lot of stuff from my childhood that I still remember to this very day. And unfortunately, like, things are kind of tough right now for me. And, you know, it's so easy for someone like me to think so much about the past because of all the good times we had and how so much how it was so much easier like to deal with stuff when there was not so much hard things that we had to do. But look at some of us today. We have to go through a lot of hard things, like in order to keep ourselves active. We have to have a job. We have to make sure we have a lot of money, like in our bank account. It's just a whole lot of the typical like adult stuff you have to go through. But then again, some people in my life have pointed out that like it's not really very good for your health to always stay in the past. You just have to keep moving forward. So I have a feeling the narrator is starting to suffer when I get through this. But let's traverse through and just see where this goes.
This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
What do you mean what came before this? Oh. Wait a minute. Are we back in the sequel exhibit? We are back in the sequel exhibit. Wait. The jump circle?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
Yeah, it was fun.
Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Oh, narrator, I wouldn't recommend continue doing this. This is not going to end well. Just saying. Oh, the two doors.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Oh, who does not remember the two doors? Oh, right back to the office we go.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
The
There's
title
something
screen?
I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Oh.
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Once more around. Wow, that was really deep. I think a lot of people have always been wondering, what was the narrator like before all of this? Just every decision we've ever made that led to multiple different kinds of endings. It's interesting, to have a deeper moment with a character like the narrator. We all just thought that he was just someone who was just simply just narrating through Stanley's life. And what led to his, from the official ending of the narrative, was, so to speak, the eventual way of him being able to finally be free. And so he can be happy once more. That was really incredible, actually. I mean, I thought something, depressing was going to happen with the fact that he's being too much into the past And, you know, I've already explained all that about how sometimes nostalgia can be, like, a little bit toxic if you don't use it wisely or whatever else. But, I've really enjoyed that. Whoever set up that figure investigation thing, they weren't kidding when they said that there was a reward for this. You really do get a reward, and they get, like, you know, for going through all that. You get to remember all the experiences you had collecting all these figures. You also get to remember, just in general, it's kind of a way of reflecting for how far we have come throughout this entire game. It's a great way, I guess, to really wrap things up. Alright, well, I don't really know what to do here now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It seems like everything is just right back to normal now. So, I'm going to... I guess I'm just going to look around for a little bit more and just see what else I can do. So, yeah, I'll be back. Oh, shit. Immediately, upon quitting to the menu, we have a new selection. The Epilogue. I had a feeling it was leading to this the whole time. Oh, man. You know, I'm not going to waste another second. I think I'm just going to head straight into this and just see what this whole epilogue is even going to be about. This is going to be so good, though. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Wait a minute. We're back here? Are you serious right now? We're back in the desert from the skip button ending? Why did they bring us here? And what is the purpose? Oh. Okay. We have a fire pit with a chair. Wow, this is really nice. It's the kind of place you can really spend hours upon hours in just to relax. And just enjoy the view. Whoa! Oh god, we have a sandstorm now. Oh my god. By the way, really great music though. Just to give a second to compliment the game on something. Oh, look at that beautiful moon. So has Stanley just been wandering? Has Stanley just been wandering this desolate desert ever since the ending of that skip button? This is crazy. Oh, the abandoned memory zone. Wait, what's this over here? I see something. Look, I see the abandoned ruin of the old memory zone shack. But I see this thing. Are they gonna let me walk over here? Because I want to know what this thing is. What the hell is this thing? Oh, the bucket. Our Lord and Savior. You, if you'll allow me, you are coming with me. We're going on one last little journey together, buddy. This wouldn't be a true finale if you didn't join me for it. Oh. Interesting. I wonder why there is a generator for the memory zone. Wait a minute. The memory zone is about the Stanley Parable 2 now. This is really bizarre. Are we now feeling nostalgic about when all that happened? God, this place has seen better days. Wonder what's gonna happen when we go through all this. Oh, is this a little news article? Oh no, it's a blog. Review, The Stanley Parable 2. Oh, by Cookie9. We all know what came about for his or her review for the original Stanley Parable, but let's read on anyway. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game seemed with originality, the Stanley Parable is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. It does give you an ending, but I hear what they're saying here for this. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from it ends there. But so out of everything that this sequel had to bring, the only truly good thing about it was the bucket. Well, I cannot deny one bit. Cookie9 is absolutely right. The bucket is definitely one of the best new things that were included with this sequel. Oh, we got another one. Oh wait, it's the name button.
Jim. Jim.
It still says Jim every time you press it. Oh man, that's really good. All right, so let's look at this little review here. Stanley Parable developers: no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. Quote, "It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want," reads the press release. "We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about. Yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth." End quote. The press release goes on to promise to, quote, "promise the artistic integrity of the original game, and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions." The word sorry appears more than 25 times in a press release. Yeesh. So I take it that a lot of other people was just very unsatisfied with the Stanley Parable 2. Or at least in concept with the exhibit we looked for earlier in this series.
Jim.
I think that's one of the things I'm actually gonna miss about this.
Jim.
That bun I will never get tired of. One more time though.
Jim.
Yes. It was a pleasure just being Jim, just for a little bit. And oh, the Stanley figurines. Can I collect all of them? Yes. And it's still going up. 21. Oh my god. I wonder how much further up it's gonna go. Oh man, it's gotten really dark. Wait, are we back in the office? Oh, I can click on the computer. It's the settings guy! I knew we would find you again. Hello again. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you too. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Well, that's kind of inevitable, really. This kind of, I think I said this already previously, but this kind of feels like a Stanley Parable 2 in some way. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy! Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. Oh god, no. It's simple. All we do is change the number of the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Alrighty. Oh, we get to come up with a subtitle. I like where this is going. So our selections are In Search of, Moon, Return to, Swimming Pool, Stanley's Tiny, 427, Quarterly, Electrode, Legend of, Spiders, Destruction of, and Pencil. I think Wait. Ooh. Return to. I think Return to might be a good title to put in. Or maybe In Search of? This might take a little bit of time, so forgive me as I really try to figure this all the way through. Okay, I have decided I am going to be going with The Legend of 427. I like that. I mean, it's not the most humorous subtitle, but it works for me. The Stanley Parable 3, Legend of 427. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. Seems like a good idea to keep it going for years on end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Alright, so what's the point then? Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? Hell yes, I think we really should. I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. So, does it happen every time when I boot up the game for the first time, or does it happen every time when I go back to the title screen? I guess I'll have to find that out. But for now, let's see where this goes. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. Oh, okay. What do you got? You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Are you actually going to give me it? Because I'd be so excited if you did. Of course not. I wouldn't expect them to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Oh, I am so ready. Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter. Of course, we can't end this off by putting in the actual time once more. There you go, buddy. Once more, for the final time, I have entered the correct and accurate time. Please use the slider until the computer is barely visible. Well, I can see it just fine, so. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Oh my god, look at this. You are playing the Stanley Parable 3, Legend of 427. Oh my god. Wow. This is beyond expectations. This is everything I could have ever wanted in a new sequel for the Stanley Parable. Alright, so I guess this is where I can end things here, but I'm gonna play around just a little bit more to see, see if I can actually see if the settings guy was actually being serious about that a free achievement machine now working, because I actually genuinely want to see if it actually works. I really want to know what happens. So I'll be back, guys. Oh, hello there. The new content door is back. Well, I may as well go through it. Return to the Stanley Parable 2 Expo Hall! Yes! This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted to do. But curiosity now rises. I have the bucket with me. Is there going to be some kind of a paradox that's going to happen? Because this is the same place where we get the reassurance bucket, so hopefully nothing wrong will happen.
You see, Stanley,
Okay, so this is very small, but I realized, especially after watching through some of Jacksepticeye's playthrough of this game, but I never noticed before that the carpet actually had a Roman numeral 2 like on the rug. It's a very minor addition, but I guess they were really obsessed with the idea of a sequel or just the number 2 in general, and they have to put it everywhere they possibly can. So it's a great little detail I get to see for coming back here again. It's really great. Okay, I'm scared to do this. If I know anything about having two certain people or objects in the same place at the exact same time, I know that there's going to be some disastrous result that is going to come of it. Like FNAF World, for example. If you play as if you have Fredbear as like your first main character of one of your parties, instantly, well, both Fredbear's bodies explode. So, what is going to happen with this? I'm really scared, but I really have to know.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh shit!
Stanley!
No!
Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you, Stanley.
No!
The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know
How
much
dare
the bucket
you!
meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
You bastard! How can you take our beloved bucket away from us? I will never forgive you for what you've done. That bucket was like a child to me. It was sacred. And you had to destroy our bucket so that there won't be some kind of a paradox? Oh, my heart is broken. I will never love again knowing that our bucket has been destroyed. So, okay. That's what happens if you bring another bucket in at the same time. Farewell, my beloved. We had a good run, you and I. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. Alright. ready. Yes, sir. It is finally time. The settings guy did say that the free achievement machine now works. It's time to receive what was coming to us.
Special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Alright, the moment of truth. Does the test achievement actually work? Yes!
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it.
Yeah,
I swear.
but somebody
it was broken
did.
Just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure.
Oh, the narrator's
Yes,
scared now.
as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe.
Oh, it's not
Just
magic
breathe.
because of the Stanley Parable 2. It's magic because someone beyond your reach did something that you possibly couldn't have been able to achieve. But oh my god, finally! I've got the test achievement! I had a feeling it had something to do with going through the epilogue, but man, that was so worth doing. Alright guys, I am back at what was the infinite hole. Now there's one key thing I did not notice as I was originally going through this, and they changed the sign to saying mostly infinite hole. It's a nice little attention to detail there after realizing that it's all a facade. But now, remember how I said that I figured that like there's a possibility that we can go down the hole again, and that there would be something that could happen if you did, and I just simply moved on, didn't even bother trying to do it? Well, I'm going to be redeeming myself here, and I'm actually going to go down the hole again. Because, number one, I genuinely really want to know what other results you get for doing this, because I know something is going to happen here. Something else is going to change for going through all that. But the second reason is, what is the point of going through life when knowing your beloved bucket that you have loved for so long has been destroyed by the narrator? There's no point in living anymore just knowing that you can't hold your special bucket in your arms anymore. So you may as well just fall down a mostly infinite hole now. That's the best place you can be to live the rest of your life, because you don't have a beloved bucket to be with. Oh god, I think I'm going too deep with this bucket joke thing, but seriously, I think I just want to see what else changes with this.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Oh, you're not going to be thrilled when I'm about to do.
So much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Yeah, here's the thing here, narrator. If you don't want me going back down the hole, which you know I'm going to, then put up some kind of a barrier so I wouldn't even have the possibility of falling down there again. Because, whoops!
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Oh, so you're curious now, narrator? You're as curious as I am about the hole? Well, welcome to the club.
Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Okay.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Is the hole just gonna fully close up? Like the bottom of it is gonna come all the way to the top now? Wait, wait.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Yeah, it's not working. What's going
You
on?
sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
It ain't
Still
doing
nothing?
jack.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
So the narrator's now just like, I'ma head out. I've had enough with your shit in the hole. Just stay there for all eternity. Wait, did I just hear something? So I'm guessing that's it, right? I guess you can kind of call this the... Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? Is the hole... Are we sinking into the hole? What is happening right now? Okay, this took a turn. But I'm still... Change your perspective? Okay. Yo, we can see third person now. Change your angle. Right up close to Stanley's cursed face. Alright. Alright. Change perception. Wait, did I only just change the music?
My head stronger.
Okay. This just got more interesting. Change your reality. Alright, so now it's looking more tannish. Now it's having a Stanley Parable 2 red effect. Oh, I like this one. This one, you're basically just keep on going infinitely down and down underground until you eventually reach the center of the earth. That sums it up perfectly. Change yourself. Oh. Alright, I'll get to that in a second. Puppies! Yes, you get to now watch infinite amount of baby little puppies going to chow down on their food. I like that one. That's cute. Oh, a nice galactic one. No, I want to see the background. Alright, so what does change yourself do? Wait, did I just change? Wait a minute, did I just change to a robot? Wait, let me see. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's even more cursed with the face. Oh, yeah. Excuse me? Did Stanley just flip himself over? What? Oh, dear God. Oh, come on. Play something a little bit better.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
What?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Huh. This is a new detail I didn't notice before. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. Okay, so is this it? Is this all we're gonna... I'm guessing that's it. So yeah, I guess that's one more little ending to add to the book for this. I believe that's called the Infinite Hole ending. I heard about this ending, but to actually experience it in person is another thing. And it was just so bizarre and weird. I'm probably going to end up having to come back and try a little bit more just to see what other results I get. But, I guess that's it for that. Okay, guys, I decided to quit out the game and decided to load it up again. And, the settings guy was not kidding. We just got a new sequel, The Stanley Parable 4. And we got a whole bunch of new choices here. Crocodile, Baby, Fistful of, Thank You, Employee of the Swimming Pool is still here, Return to, Human Condition, Destruction of, Choice, Stanley's Tiny, and then Cheese. So I'm guessing this is now going to be happening every time when I keep on loading up the game. I'm not sure what the limit is going to be for the number that's going to show up, but there should be a stopping point, like maybe up to when you get to Stanley Parable 8, maybe 9 or 10 or something. I don't know. I'm not going to show you guys every result that shows up, but I just wanted to prove that the settings guy was really not kidding. You really can get more sequels every time you load up this. So I'm probably just going to end up just doing at least one more of these little sequel subtitle things because this is really funny. And I guess that's what I'm going to call it afterwards. So let's see here. Let's see. Destruction of Choice. Destruction of Choice, that kind of fits very well with the whole Stanley Parable thing as well. Fistful of, Fistful of Baby, Fistful of Human Condition, his Fistful of Cheese. Destruction of Choice. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Destruction of Choice. That one, in my opinion, works the best. So let's see what the title screens are gonna look like now. Okay, look at this one. I don't know how to properly describe it, but it definitely seems more artistic with it. But I like the subtitle I chose out for it. It actually fits so well with the whole Stanley Parable theme. Destruction of Choice. Couldn't have chosen a better subtitle than myself. Alright guys, well I think that is where I am officially going to be calling it here. This was a really fun experience from beginning to end. I mean, from my perspective, being able to just replay the stuff I had already been through the original Stanley Parable, I mean, it was really nice. Especially just for, to play it for you guys. But just, it was really nice for myself just to experience all of that again. Because the Stanley Parable is just a really cleverly written game. I said this, in the last... one of the last few videos, but just want to re-emphasize again just how much I really enjoyed my time throughout this whole game. It was I just really enjoyed my time all throughout, just going through all those original endings again. And the Stanley Parable has always been a game that just has some really clever writing, especially with a lot of its meta humor, and just other great meta stuff when it comes to storytelling and everything else that went into making this game what it is. And the new content stuff, really gotta say, they really went above and beyond what we could have ever have expected from a second Stanley Parable, I guess you can call this, because to me this really is kind of like a second Stanley Parable. I mean, it's not just a remaster, it's also just a sequel with just some additional new stuff included with it. Because a lot of stuff, I mean, like, some of the new endings were just really hilarious, especially when you involve the reassurance bucket and all of it, and that sequel exhibit, it's definitely something I am not going to forget anytime soon, because that was just a lot of really great poking fun at sequels in general. It was just really a whole lot of fun. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed this series too. It was just a lot of fun for me to do. And I apologize if there were ever like a few points where I kind of had a little bit of a hiatus with this series, but there's a lot of things going on in my life that kind of prevented me from being able to record more. But I came back to this knowing that I really genuinely wanted to play more of the game, because it's really a lot of fun. It definitely gets a lot of great laughs out of me, and it's just a very well crafted game. That's all I can really say about it. So thank you guys so much for watching this series. I hope you all enjoyed everything throughout each episode of it. And for whatever I end up doing next, I hope you guys really stick around for all that. But you know the drill at this point. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. And so, with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until whenever I see you next time, take care.